Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a beer courtesy of Jeff. Thank you so much. This is from Evergreen. This is their Sorbetto. So, sour ale aged with dragon fruit, peach, mango, coconut, marshmallow. That sounds like a whole to-do. I'm very curious about the execution. All right, I guess we know a little bit of that about the execution. We know they can crush some hazy beers. Let's see what they do with, what do they call these? Like pastry sours? Dessert sour, pastry sour, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, they've added a lot. It literally does not look like beer. I mean, looks just wrong. Definitely a lot of fruit puree in here. You can sort of see the carbonation. It's like fighting to get to the top of the glass. That means just high finishing gravity here. Well, I don't know about high finishing gravity. It's just that you've added so much puree that the gravity of this thing is super high. So, I don't even know what the hell to call that color. It's like peachy, vomity. It looks like vomit, honestly, with some carbonation to it. And then the heads obviously just completely died down very quickly. On the nose. Okay, sorbetto. That's what we're doing here. That is fun. Very coconut forward. It smells a little bit like a pina colada because you get that combination of like tropical fruit with the or tropical slash stone fruit with the mango, peach, dragon fruit, and then you get the coconut in there, right? So a little bit of that pina colada thing kind of going on. Very rich, delicious smelling, kind of like dried coconut. I mean, very predominant on the nose. Smells great. Cheers. Golly. Golly. That is thick, guys. Thick with three C's. I actually don't know the alcohol in this guy. I'm curious. I bet it's somewhere in like 5 or maybe 6% at best. Tons of fruit puree in here. Jeez. Very thick. I mean, woo. Good thing I had this stored on the side because I can't imagine what the separation would look if you store this straight up. But anyway, beer is as advertised. I mean, definitely the passion fruit hits up front with the mango and the peach. Yeah, a little tart dragon fruit in there as well. A lot of coconut, just like the nose. Marshmallow, sure. I mean, the beer's got a little bit of sweetness to it, a good amount of sweetness to it, but also really nicely balanced by like a medium to medium plus medium acidity. Yeah, this sort of tastes like the quality product that we were making at Ellipsis, which was, we were crushing it. We were really, I thought, like really impressive beers that were just. I mean, if you're gonna do something like this, like sometimes like it's just like whatever, just go all the way. So you're talking about a really nice balancing acidity with just this tons of mouthfeel. I would generally recommend this to be like a flight beer or maybe like an 8-ounce beer. It's just so much going on and it's so thick. Like, whoa. I really like the acidity on this guy too. Definitely medium to medium plus. Again, the acidity is so important. A lot of these beers don't work because they're so flabby because thick, sweet, fruity, but without that balancing acidity, right? Like fruits don't work without acidity, and like the same thing goes with the beer. So like when you make this beer, this style of beer, you have to think of acidity. You have to sort of balance the beer out with acidity because without that, it's just a mess and it's just cloying and gross and blah blah blah. So the only reason why this beer has any drinkability to it is because of that really nice balancing tartness and yeah, it's sour. It's sour. Well, more tart than sour. Yeah, let's say tart. So the tartness is really balancing. You taste all the delicious ingredients in there. The coconut's really nice. Something about the coconut here just reminds me of. You know what it is? What they've used here is dried toasted coconut. So it's got this really rich kind of like almond joy thing going on. Sometimes coconut. I mean, from what I understand, you can use coconut different ways. First off, coconut does have sugar on it, so that's another kind of processing issue because when you toast it, you need that sugar to sort of caramelize. Generally, when you buy coconut from the store, it's going to be covered in some kind of sugar because you can buy it straight, but then it's not going to be a different product, right? So you can toast it, and that's what they've done here. They've got a really, I would argue that maybe it's a little too toasted. I mean, I'd maybe push it back a bit because it just has too much of this nutty caramelized thing going on along with the fruits, but it's fun. Like it's got like tropical fruits and almond joy going on. It's all this kind of stuff going on. But or you know what you can do? Just tone down a little bit of the coconut. I feel it's maybe a little too forward, and the fruits could really just take an inch forward back. Like coconut an inch back seat, and then fruit an inch forward. So something like that. But anyway, the beer is absolutely delicious. It's all impression. It's not something like you'd seek out. Well, maybe you'd seek it out if you're into this stuff. You're gonna love it. This is a really good execution of this. It's actually really good. It's just so much impression, and I know me. Sometimes I really don't like this stuff, especially some of these like dessert sours. Some of them are gross. But when you use actual fruit and it sort of tastes like something real, then I'm like cool with it. So let's go with a solid. There's so much impression here. So 94 Sorbetto, really good. I mean, this is really really good. Does that mean a higher rating? I feel I've given these like some really good rating. 95 Sorbetto. That's really good. If this is up your alley, it's easily A plus. It's sort of up my alley. It's not something I go crazy for and seek and blah blah blah. But when it hits, and it's really tasty. I mean, it's like smooth. Like how do you say no to these flavors? They're just like cheater flavors. So 95. Thank you so much, Jeff. Sorbetto, delicious. Later.